Watch this video.
It is reported that some soldiers came here from Yaoundé and said the fishermen are spoiling the water. I begin to wonder what should be Yaoundé's concern with Down Beach in Victoria, Limbe, that fishermen are destroying the water when foreigners like Chinese come in here and occupy the beach.
Okay, two it happen for the video. Now say a man they film the beach and he talks say soldiers they don't come for the beach for stop local fishermen from fishing. The reason why soldiers they come for beach stop fishermen from fishing now because say there is a growing need by bigger organization to protect maritime and aquatic life. It's even a project in Cameroon now. So bigger organizations don't take note, say Cameroon in particular and other African countries not protect maritime laws. So they try for sanction them to protect aquatic life and to protect the ocean. So the allegation where the man put on the video now say these law enforcement officers, when they come for that beach, they stop fishermen them from fishing because they spoil water. The idea of which we talk about spoil water and say they pollute the water with plastics or they overfish. Now that believes in I think that we mean by spoiling the water. And then all these the help for pollute the aquatic environment or the marine life. So the government don't brand this as protecting aquatic life and they go in there for stop the locals them from catching fish. This is not the problem. The genesis of the problem, I say, there are bigger boats in the water where people they mostly call as say Chinese boats, but the reality I say these boats are not only from China, they are coming from other countries too. Now these people don't come for our water for do business for fishing. The government get taxes from them and they are paying a lot of money to the government. Now the issue I say there is a law in Cameroon that says that these bigger boats they not get for fish less than 3 nautical miles from the shores. That is shallow waters, they not get for fish for they get for go deep into the high sea. This law now will protect local fishermen so that them too go get fish for cash am. Because the kind of boats then the way they catch fish in very huge number. If they allow them for fish everywhere, then probably Cameroon will get fish. And now also there was a time where they accused these Chinese boats or these bigger boats that their net holds them be very small where it catch even the very, very smallest fish in our waters. And I be here, Limbe people be riot against that. But now too, Limbe fisher people then too, to some extent, then too don't they reduce the size of their net so that they will be able to catch it, not even get fish at all. Now also for our waters, there is protected zones where fisher people are not supposed to go there and fish. These big boats are not supposed to go there and fish. But sadly, there are more allegations that these big boats go to those protected zones and fish and even come to shallow waters to fish. But the issue is now the government is unable to catch them. Because if the government claims that they don't get fast boats enough way, they can easily catch these people. And also sometimes when they catch them, they be protected by big politicians who also have a share in that business and have a share in the business too. So it'll be very, very difficult to control our waters. You need to make sure that you enforce the law. And also why the army or the law enforcement officers, they keep calm now for the beach to pass this law now because they be able to fight them in high sea. So they will come for beach will be easy for them for see they do walkings because when they fight that fight in the high sea, Cameroonians don't see that they are walking. So they will come now for the beach now for scrutinizing all these local fishermen for make it look like say they walk, but actually that is not where the work is supposed to be done. So they put this thing more political. There was even a time when the European Union sanctioned Cameroon from doing business with them, especially when it comes to fishing and aquatic animals or maritime life, because they believe say Cameroon they do bad practices where they protect the marine ecosystem. So if you ask me, like after explaining all this, what are the solutions to this problem? If you ask me, this is what I'll tell you. You see, the first solution, what I think is that make the government strict on these bigger boats. Be very, very strict on them not to come to the shore. May they increase their patrol and may they supervise these bigger boats thoroughly. Then my other advantage that I have, since I always think about Cameroonians in mind, right? For me, they should change the system. You see, we don't need a lot of these bigger boats because the government is getting taxes from them. I understand that this government needs money. But for me, may they limit the number or stop these bigger boats from fishing in our seas. Then how the government go do make revenue? Formalize the informal sector. Formalize these local fishermen. Give these local fishermen them license, give them badge, give them uniform, and even inspect the quality of their boats. Then make them generate that revenue. They should pay that taxes They should have uniform and formalize the sector, then let them do the fishing by themselves and even empower these fishermen to export fishes. That way, it will help Cameroonian people for make money and at the same time give revenue to the government and at the same time protect our waters and also enforce for real. I'm not gonna lie, Limbe beach dirty. Now the reality that it dirty, these people are polluting the waters. I don't see many videos about this. Government get for enforce law for make sure say these local people don't pollute the beach and even Cameroonians as a whole. You see the level of dirty for Cameroon, it really be alarming. I made a video talking about the fact say Cameroonians, government for Cameroon for force Cameroonian and infuse that mindset of cleanliness into the Cameroon population. It get for be in our school curriculum. It get for be even in our president's speech. All our governors and all our divisional officers, they get for put that aspect in their speech periodically. Then in media houses, they get for force a program in media houses to sensitize Cameroonian population about cleanliness in our streets, in our beaches, and everywhere in Cameroon. Make a way it be compulsory for all media houses to talk about this every day until it sinks into the minds of the Cameroonian people, and also enforce littering laws. I listened the last time Minister Atangaji Paul enforced littering laws in Cameroon. But unfortunately, it looks like that law was enforced just on paper. And in reality, it wasn't enforced. That is a very, very big problem. We gave ensure say they enforce that law in reality.